In 2016, the American Physical Therapy Association brought together 100 thought leaders within the field of physical therapy to discuss the to provide recommendations and just discuss the integration of the movement system into physical therapy clinical practice, research, and education. So physical therapists play a key role in the movement system because they have a thorough understanding of the different systems that make up the the movement system as a whole, such as like the musculoskeletal system, the neuromuscular system, the cardiopulmonary system, the vestibular system, many different systems that make up that work together cohesively to create movement and movement that allows us to engage with our daily lives, like engage with people in our daily lives and perform daily tasks to allow us to just be human. Um, if physical therapists could be recognized as movement system experts, I think if we were recognized as physical therapy as if we were recognized as movement system experts, not just within the healthcare field, but outside of the healthcare field as well, I think that it would improve the respect that physical therapy has as a profession, as well as the respect that physical therapists have as evaluating and treating clinicians. So, with more respect would come greater responsibility, which would therefore lead physical therapists to be engaged in more advanced training, research, and education ideas to improve our understanding of the movement system so that we're able to provide even better care and analysis, treatment, evaluation of the movement system of people that we're involved with every day. So the patient client management model, I could see that interfacing with the movement system with like more diagnosis evaluations specific to movement. So, like for example, if we're just looking at the exam and evaluation, more stuff focused on the actual, the actual movement hindrances that we see. So instead of, I've evaluated somebody and they've got a 2+ out of 5 hip flexor strength, I would be and that would lead to hip weakness. I would be looking more at, so this person has a 2 out of 5 hip flexor strength, and that means that they have inability to, fully lift their leg during swing phase without compensation to the other side, and that would affect their gait. Therefore, it's gonna involve how much they're able to engage in their environment before it gets too taxing to where they would have to rest. Um, Looking at outcomes, more movement specific outcomes, such as, he got a perfect score on the Tenetti, but that doesn't mean anything, So this patient comes in and has a perfect score on the Tenetti, they've got great balance, but that doesn't mean anything. Maybe after treatment, this person was a high fall risk. After, on the discharge there, they score a perfect score on the Tenetti. And this, what does that mean? So that would be, maybe their balance is better, so they can just get out and ambulate and, engage in the environment better. Um, Finally, I think essential activities that should be involved in movement analysis would be a review of all the systems that make up the movement system. So, for example, like in the geriatric population, endurance testing as a form of like a 6-minute walk test as a form of endurance testing to assess the cardiopulmonary system. Going further, looking at balance testing such as the Tenetti or the Berg to assess the neuromuscular system. Strength testing such as manual muscle testing to evaluate the musculoskeletal system, and flexibility testing too, such as like a hamstring test or Thomas test, Ober test, to also further assess the musculoskeletal system. So individual tests to look at different, all of the systems that make up the movement system as a whole, so that the therapist can get a good idea of the whole picture of the person and how their movement may be impaired. So I think looking at the movement system for physical therapists is very crucial to our performance as clinicians.